Let us understand how to do the installation of Apache Zeppelin. Zeppelin can be installed by various means, that is, it is available as a binary with all the interpreters built into it, and we can have the basic installation and the interpreters can be added later, or we can build from the source and add the interpreters that we need. And Zeppelin can be installed in various operating systems like Mac OS, Ubuntu, CentOS, and Windows 7 and above. The basic requirement for Apache Zeppelin installation is Java JDK 1.7 and above, and it expects Java Home to be available within the system. If Java is not available, we can install Java from the Java downloadables, and in this particular session I am going to show the demo on how to do the installation in a CentOS operating system. So I'll be using the yum package to install the Java by using this particular command sudo yum install java 1.7.0-openjdk-devel. And zip installation can be downloaded from this specific location, and I can unzip the Zeppelin in whatever the folder that I want, and I can create a soft link against the installation or the extract that I have done. And that is done in this specific location. In my system, I have downloaded the Zeppelin and I have extracted it, and I have created a soft link against the content that I have extracted with the name Zeppelin. And if I get into the extracted folder, so within this folder content, I'll be having the folder bin, conf, and logs. Notably, we will be using it extensively, and all the interpreter that is corresponding to this specific installation will be available within the folder interpreter. And within the bin folder, I'll be having the commands to start the Zeppelin daemon and the other commands to control the Zeppelin. Within conf folder, I'll be having the configuration files to control the behavior of the Zeppelin. I have installed Java, and the Java home is configured as a part of the bashrc file. I have added the Java home where Java is installed, and I have added the Zeppelin home where Zeppelin is installed. And these are all the basic requirements for the Zeppelin to work. Once all this installation and configuration is done, I can configure in what port Zeppelin should run. Within the configuration folder of Zeppelin, there is a file called zeppelin-site.xml.template. I can make a copy of this particular file and name it as zeppelin-site.xml. I'm going to check for the configuration 8080. So within the template file, there is a default configuration which says zeppelin.server.port, where the Zeppelin going to run in the default port 8080. Within my system, already I am having Spark which is running in the port 8080. So I am going to reconfigure this to run in a different port, that is 9090. If I get into the configuration file, I have a property which says zeppelin.server.port. I have changed this to 9090. So within my system, this will be running in the port 9090. And I can configure the other properties and behavior as well. As of now, I'm not going to change any other default configurations. I'll leave it as it is. So once this configuration is done, within bin, I have a command called zeppelin daemon.sh. So I'll be executing this particular command, zeppelin daemon.sh, and say start. And that will be responding in the port that I have configured within the configuration file. In this particular case, it will be responding in the port 9090. So the host name and the port 9090, that's going to give me the notebook, where I can create any number of notebook I want, and I can see the progress of the jobs that is happening within the notebook, as well as I can do the configurations, what are all the interpreters available within this Zeppelin. So once you have this particular page, we can assume the configuration or the installation of Zeppelin is done. So in a summary, for the installation, I need to do the installation of Java and unzipping the Zeppelin in a specific folder, and both the folder location needs to be added into the bashrc file, that is Java home and Zeppelin home. And once that is added as a part of the bashrc file, I can use the command source.bashrc so that all the commands that's going to get invoked or the environmental variable that is set within the bashrc file will be updated in this shell that I am working on. I can get into the Zeppelin home location and start the daemon using the command bin/zeppelin-daemon.sh and start. If it is made to run with the default configuration, it will be working in the port 8080. Otherwise, we can open in the port that we have configured within the configuration file.